Next, we'll see this year's #2 overall pick, Zach Wilson, hosting the 2020 #1 overall pick, Joe Burrow. The Bengals shoot for their 4th straight win over the Jets. Next.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time, and leading them out, Charles, the #2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Coleman going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his 2nd season out of LSU.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They get him. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow, that's caught by the tight end Drew Sample. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Coleman going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. it's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Coleman going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. There's Wilson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the draw play, Coleman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. A gain of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. It's Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they hand off to Coleman. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1. Coleman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know where you really should have felt that game.
The Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Coleman on the draw. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Man open, here's Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
They go play action with Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he finds Tyler Kroft. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the grab by Kroft. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick is indeed good. And he moves to 10-0. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Able to find Higgins. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, the quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
McPherson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The return man, Ty Johnson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Burrow's thrown into the hands of Sample. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Burrow on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Let's go! So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. Right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. The play fake. Here's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. There's a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Complete to his tight end, Sample. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. First down, here's Burrow. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down at 4. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Wilson finding Crowder there, first down, New York. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side with Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Man open, here's Crowder. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Coleman now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson is 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back to the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point splits the opponents, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. From the 41, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Shaq Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman, and this one will go to the 28-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing now is Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So Burrow and the Bengals trailing 17-10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Staring them in the face is the need to go 97 yards. No easy. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong. And this is going to bring up the safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin to those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And they take a knee. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's